Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name's Andrew. I am the Fort Bend County Law Librarian. And today, for this new legal informational video, which we haven't done one in quite a while, this video is going to be on our new database, which when we first actually tried to get this database, it was called Cheetah. Now it's called VitalLaw. They just rebranded. Anyway, it's a database from Wolters Kluwer, and some of you may be familiar with it and some of you may not. But we want to quickly look at it today, just kind of give you a brief rundown of the database so that you have an idea what to expect. Be aware that this database is only available in the law library. It's not available by remote, but it is available on all 10 of our computers here in the law library. So you're going to have plenty of time, plenty of access to it when you come into the law library. And please be aware that this database, same as everything else, we charge 10 cents a page to print, but email, of course, is free. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let me share my screen here. All right, so here's the VitalLaw front screen. And to let you know, our Wolters Kluwer resources are pretty much on 3 topics. One is going to be tax law. So we have a few publications from Wolters Kluwer on tax law, one being the U.S. Master Tax Guide, which is a yearly publication just kind of detailing any updates on tax law, as well as just various litigation essentials that you might need as a practitioner. The other resource that we get is called Collier on Bankruptcy, and that's kind of the other major topic that we have, which is bankruptcy. And so we have a major, I think it's like 26 volume binder set from Wolters Kluwer, Collier on Bankruptcy, that we have access to here as well. The other one is going to be elder law resources. So our main publication for elder law is the Elder Law Portfolio. That again is another, monthly kind of newsletter detailing updates in elder law practice. So let's go ahead and look at the website. As you can see here, we've got the main search screen here, search within all content. So this is where you can start adding your keywords, your Boolean operators, things like that, so that you can go ahead and jump right in. You can also click the drop down here for all content, so you can kind of narrow what you want to look at, whether it's laws and regulations, practical content, and then of course here's all our practice areas. We do get a lot of COVID-19 resources. Those are actually free, part of our subscription, but as you can see, tax and state and local, elder and estates law. We actually have a small section here of labor and employment, which we don't have anything from Wolters Kluwer in print, but that's another section that we have access to. And then here's all the other tax related sections. You can also right here under practice areas here on the front page, COVID-19, elder law, labor and employment, tax, and then of course you can break the tax down by jurisdiction. So that makes things pretty easy. Let's just jump in. I'm just going to do a simple search on, let's just do elder law and Texas. Let's see what we come up with. Just a simple search. So as you can see, we get a lot of proposed legislations, state bills, things like that. Over here on the left-hand side, we can go ahead and narrow that. As you can see, it is pulling from a couple different practice areas, but we can narrow this to document type. So if we just want treatises, general information, we can do that. Let's go ahead and, as you can see, it already narrows to elder law. Here's our jurisdiction. As you can see, it's all federal jurisdiction. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have any Texas specific items here. But as you can see, it already just jumps right to the elder law portfolio, which is the only source that we have that we pay for in print for elder law. But let's just say you want this state law and regulation section from it. As you can see, it pulled the keyword legislation. and it's assisted living work group considers model state regulations. Let's say we want that. Here's your options here at the top. You can favorite it, but I would say that I wouldn't use that particular option because we do have privacy settings on this particular database. So when you favorite something, it won't be there when you get back. So just be aware of that. But you can print the document from here. You can email the document. You can add to, let's see, what does this do exactly? Add to folders. Yeah, that's another thing because of our privacy settings you won't be able to use. But again, here's print, email, download, things like that, copy link. So if you wanted to just make a list of resources in like a Word document, you could do that. Here again, you can jump from one section to the next. You can click to the next result and go through the table of contents in the elder law portfolio. You can actually bump it out into a bigger window if you want to do that. Okay, so that's just a simple search. Let's go back to the main page. By the way, you can do that by just clicking on VitalLaw. Let's jump into something Texas specific. So let's go ahead and just browse with state and local. As you can see, it already automatically jumps to Texas, and you can click on any of these items here to kind of browse through them. You can click through our archives, so old journal articles, old archival codes, that's all there. You can compare states to one another under the multi-state resources. And then other various tax related journals you can get access to here. You can type in a citation. So if you know a particular code, or case law, you can type that in there and jump right to that. They do have some forms. I'm not sure if we got access to any of these. I would imagine the IRS stuff we do. Let's just see what we come. Oh, I didn't click. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so 1098s, 5310 IRS forms. So you got access to those on here as well. So there's that. You can click on laws and regulations here at the top, quick jump to anything that's new, whether it's in the United States Code or federal regulations. You can also click on state statutes. So here's Texas. Here we go. So this jumps right into the entire Texas statutes and codes here. And this is actually, looks like it jumped to the new section, which is here, sale or disposal of salt water for pollution control. So you get access to that right off the bat. All right, let's go back to the main page. Now your history will show up here. I have a particular login that I'm using here today, so you can see some of my old stuff from quite a few days ago, but that's on there. But you can also get access to stuff that you've done on this particular search or particular use, I should say. So while you're still on and you're still logged in through one of our portals, your history will show up there for a short time. Okay, and well, you can also get through history here if you click up here at the top. Now your favorites will show up while you're in the same session, so you could do that if you wanted to go that route instead of using the history, so you could do that. Another thing I want to show you is titles. So these are the access to what titles we have access to. Some of these are print titles that we own that we have on the shelf, like for instance, accommodating disabilities. But as you can see, there's a whole lot of other things that we got on here. The one big one that I do kind of want to show you, it's actually under G. Actually, I guess it's under Texas. The title of the book's called Guidebook to Texas Taxes, but I would imagine it might come up here under Texas. Might be the Texas State Tax Reporter. Let's see. I know it's got an interesting way to find it. Texas State Tax Reporter, it might be in there. Let's look. Texas State Tax Reporter. Okay, no, this is just updates. So, but this is a good resource for you to look at. It's got updates to the particular codes and different sections that you want to look at. You can also click down here under related items. So you can see different commentary, other regulations, other cases and rulings and statutes that follow along under cigarettes. Here's up some keywords that you can kind of keep track of, and so on and so forth. By the way, all the links here, of course, your tax code is linked. Let's click on that. And that'll link you to section 161.603. It opened it up as a pop-up. There we go. There, 161.603. So you can see what that section was that was cited. So you got quick access to that again, print, email, download, all that's access to there. Let's go to, let's see if I can find that book, state and local. Let's see. We do have access to some CLE resources as well. Let's see. Well, let's try searching for it. What do we come up with here? Yeah, it must be under the state tax reporter. Yeah, I believe that's the one that I think that they've broken up in terms of updating here on the website. So that's great. You do have access to the smart charts, which is kind of a cool section here. Business income tax, franchise tax, and income tax e-filing. Let's just do 2021. Let's see, mandates and options, CNS corporations, fiscal year returns. What does this come up with? Oh, I see. Okay. So yes, you do have to kind of create a chart, create your options here. So open in my charts. Oh, I got to select more. Let's do fiscal returns. There we go. Click on results. There we go. Frequently asked questions. Interesting. Okay. Well, it looks like you can use smart charts to pull certain sections. I would imagine I have to collect more options. Okay, so those are citations. Okay. Well, this will take some getting used to, but you can use smart charts to kind of see a more visual representation of the various sections there. All right. So that is a quick look at VitalLaw. To get access to it, remember, just click on the logo here. It'll be on the desktop on all of our public computers. Has the Wolters Kluwer logo and VitalLaw typically under it. So that's just kind of a quick rundown. By the way, if you need help, they've always got the online support resources here. Now, of course, you can always ask us as librarians. It looks like I will need to spend a little more time with this database so that can I help you answer these questions. But that is just kind of the quick basics of the database so that you have an idea of what we're looking at. There are some news items over here that you can look at, various updates on tax law, elder law resources, bankruptcy. So you can get access to those over here as well. And that is our legal informational video on Cheetah, or now VitalLaw. So I hope you enjoyed our presentation here, and we'll see you next time.